start of every module, we show where the function sits in the diagram of our learner journey. So assessment and grading is part of the student information system of the diagram shown in the learner journey. To access the student information system, we go into modules. Under student information system, we have assessment and grading. So when we come into the module, the very first thing we need to do is we go into the grade setup. Now, this section, which I'm showing right now, shows how you can standardize various functions of the grade setup of your institution. So here we have assessment categories. So here is where you can set up different assessment categories, like example shown here: participation, projects, quizzes, exams, or homework, or anything like that. You can add based on by just clicking on the add assessment category section. So once that is set up, you are ready to add the grading scales. Now we have 5 different types of grading scale, starting from grades, rubrics, percentage, actual points, and manual entry. So the first thing we look at it is the grade. So this is where you can add a grading scales, just as an example up here. So let's say 91 to 100 is a B, C, and D. And here is where also you can set up the GPA calculation. So if your GPA is between 4, or some of the organizations have like say 7, 6, whatever it may be, so you can set up those grading points up here. So the next thing we have is rubrics. Here is where you can add a rubric, or I'm just going to add an example up here. So here is where you can set up different criteria or learning objectives, and you can add a description to that learning objective, and the grading scale, whether you have more grading scales can be added. So just as an example, I can add a rubric here. So I can add different types of grading scale which I want to add, and I can add points as well. So if I change the points, it actually changes the points up here as well. The next one we have is percentage, actual points, and manual entry. So this is just being shown here just to show there are 5 different types of grading skills. So there's no actual configuration or anything needed here. So based on based on the points or the marks that you grant, so percentage is actually is calculated automatically. The next thing we come here is the subject weights. So there is option where you can say that you are going to set up subject weights. So you can say yes. And there are a lot of other configurations that you can add, whether you want the teachers to configure the weightages, or yes or no, or you want to standardize it as an administrator. So display overall score, yes, no. So there are certain things that you can set up here. To manage the actual weights, you click on the weights here. There is option where you can make all weights of all the courses the same, or you can configure different weights for different subjects as well. We also have, once you have set it up, we also have an option where you can copy this one to any other subject that you want as well. So I can just select all the subjects which starts with English, and I can add this as the weightages. There's also options where you can set up the overall score and the passing score limit here as well. Just as an example, I can set up different overall score grade here for different subjects, and also the passing score as well I can set up for different subjects as well. Or if I go in here, I can have the passing score which is the common for all subjects as well. Now note that when you actually make any changes, once you have started entering the grades and you make any changes to the assessment and to the grading scales, there will be an option showing up here where you need to update the scores based on the weightages. So if the weightages have changed for any of that, this will automatically show that how many subjects have been impacted by the changes you have made. All you need to do is just click on this and just update all the scores, and it automatically updates all the scores for you here. So sure. So that's something that needs to be considered when doing weightages here. The next thing we come here is grading periods. So you can add grading periods. You can enable grading periods and say, semester one, semester two, or term one, term two, and the weightages can also be done here. So note that once you have started entering the grades, then you won't be able to change that because there's already assessments scores are already calculated. So make sure that these are all kind of done before you start entering the grades. Then we come to the report card setting. So there's quite a lot of things which is done here, which we make it very configurable, very highly customizable on how you can manage the grading scales and how you can display those grading scales. Grade report cards as well. So here is the report card setting. So there's options where whether you want the report cards to be displayed for parents and students, whether you want the report card printing option to be enabled, and those things here. Consolidated report cards where if you have multiple semesters or terms which has been set up, whether you want that to be enabled, disabled, those kind of configurations. And here is where I can add my report card format. So I can add a format here. There are predefined templates which is shown here. Also, you have the option to start from scratch as well. So once I selected the template, I can give a name, and then I can add for which cohort I want this to be added. I can add those cohorts up here, and I can manage those things up here. Yeah, and only those cohorts or grades or courses will be added this report card template. So let's have a look at some of the configurations here. So let me show you. Now this is the one of the templates here. On the right hand side is where you can give a name. What are the courses that applies to this? You can always add additional as well. Printer settings, all these information you can add, including how you want to see the preview as well. On the left hand side is where I can literally make changes to my report card. I can add anything up here and delete anything here. So anything which is showing in the brackets is where all the variables are showing. So here is all the various options of variables that you can add into your report card. I can, let's say, for example, I want to add email address. I can copy that, and maybe I want to add it up here, so I can add the email address here. Similarly, you can have various option of the student profile field. So these are all the student profile fields that you can add those information. Attendance data, and notice that there are some gear icon showing up. That means that there are additional settings up here. Maybe within the attendance table, not only I want to add different attendance, not only just present and absent, I want to add additional attendance status as well. So while doing that, what I recommend is going to the preview section where you can preview those kind of changes directly from here as well. So just as an example, I just want to show present and absent, and I want to display numbers or percentage, right? So you can show those information up here as well. So the next one is assessment score. There are a lot of options where how you want to show. Example, this is the subject scores table. So if I click on here, so there's various options where you can configure how the scores can be displayed. Let's say I want to disable the continuous and comprehensive evaluation scores. I can uncheck that. I can uncheck certain things that I don't want to see. Maybe I just want to see. I don't want to see the assessments. I just want to see the category scores and the final scores. So here, there are a lot of options that you can configure up here. So that's how you can manage the report cards. So once you have customize the report cards, and when you're happy about it, then you can have the option to publish this to students and everyone. And we also have what we call continuous and comprehensive evaluation. Now, what this does is you have an option where within the subjects, there might be other subcategories where you want to do an assessment. Let's say, for example, up here, you want to add a good example, maybe maths, and under that you have decimal, fraction, long division, and all these kind of subcategories where you want to do those grades. And this is where you can set up those things up here. And this is called as continuous and comprehensive evaluation. And once this is done, you're ready to add assessments, or your teachers or professors are able to add assessments. And these options are available from the teacher portal or the professor portal, or whatever you want to call that portal name. So you can add an assessment. Here is where I can create assessment category. Let's say this is an exam. I can add the exam name, passing points. I can add a status, whether it's published or unpublished. This publish and unpublish is for the students and parents, whether you want that to be published. Whether this count towards the overall score, so you can manage that here. What is the grading scale? So maybe I want to put it as grades, and let's say this is the gradings I want to add. And here is where I have an option where I want this assessment to be applied to all subjects that's been set up, or any particular subject. Now, if it's a teacher teaching only a few subjects, they can only add the assessment to the subjects they teach. And here is where there's additional options where you can say there is an online submission as well, and you can set up those deadlines for those online submissions, and who will be notified once the submission from the student is being done. So these are some of the things that you can add, and once you have added an assessment, that will show up under the gradebook. So here is where you can select the subject. Let's say I am teaching science or cardiology, and here is all the assessments that has been set up for that subject. And there's a lot of information that you can see. For example, what is the assessment, what category it is, how many points, whether grading scale is a manual entry or whatever it is, and then and whether it count towards overall score. Those kind of information you can see up here. And then once you're ready, you can basically start entering this course. So that was for, let's say, for 18, 100%. So this is a percentage is the grading scale. Now, if it's a rubric, you will see a grid kind of an icon up here. Once you click on it, you'll be able to see the criterias, the learning objectives, and then you can select whatever the scores you want to give for each of these learning objective, and then you can save those information. So this is how you can start grading it. You will see, like for example here, there's an attachment which is being done. So once you click on that, you'll be able to download and um, view those attachments. Now, one of the most important functions which we have is the AI evaluation. Now, one of the at the end of each one of the assessments, you have the option to provide any kind of comments up here. You also have the option to write the overall comments, which is the end of year reports, which shows up on the report card. We provide an option which is called assessment evaluation, where you have the AI assessment evaluation. So we have the AI evaluate all the scores, any assessments, assessment categories, every quiz, exams, homework or projects, anything which has been done. The AI will evaluate each one of that and provides a comprehensive evaluation. So you can select all your students who are learning the subject, or you can select any one of that, any few, and you can run an AI evaluation. Now, what it is doing is it is literally evaluating every assessment and providing a comprehensive report. Now, this was the old existing comments, and then here is a new comment that's been done, assessing all the evaluation, what's the overall performance, strengths, weakness, and like a positive enforcement, positive thing that it is actually doing up here as well. It is showing up here. The teachers can just add their comments. Um, and they can save, apply the evaluation. And once this is applied, you will see that information shown up in the student end of year report. Now, this end of year report will be in the student profile as well. So, student report card as well. So you can click on the student, and in the report card you will see in the consolidated scores or any of the scores up here. If that is enabled, you can see those scores up here and the comments which is being shown up here as well. So yeah, so that's basically how you can manage the assessment and grading of students.